What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another Battlefield 2042 video. Now today we got some news in regards to Battlefield 2042. Finally, after months of silence, we now have a semi-roadmap of the future of Battlefield 2042. And I gotta say, it's so bad and so depressing that I almost didn't even make a video. But I know a lot of you guys don't follow them on Twitter, and a lot of you guys get your news and information from Battlefield from me. So I figured I'd go over the roadmap, in air quotes, with you guys and give you guys my opinion on this. But it's definitely not looking good. So they had this statement. They said, "You waited patiently to hear from us on what we're doing to address the issues with Battlefield 2042 that you have told us about and the direction you can expect to see us take in the months ahead. We're taking action on multiple fronts to address feedback and implement extensive fixes to the game, key features that are important to you, and getting team play where it needs to be after the release of an update in early March, which will include improvements to scoreboards. Subsequent updates will prioritize work that will include voice communication and player profile, a tighter squad loop including a refined ping system, feedback-based improvements to gunplay, improved reward loop, expanded tools, modes, and tweaks to player experience gains in Battlefield Portal. With a focus on improving the core elements of the game, we've made a big decision to move Season 1 to early summer. When Season 1 arrives in early summer, it will mark the start of a year where we'll deliver 4 seasons, 4 new specialists, and new locations, along with more new content. For all of you who purchased the Year 1 Pass as part of the Gold and Ultimate Editions, we know the content is coming later than expected, so we're giving you all an exclusive bundle containing a specialist skin, weapon and vehicle skins, a melee weapon, and player card, all to be delivered in the next update. We're also planning an improved player feedback process with all of you as we begin work on new changes, including map design. We'll be sharing our efforts with you, knowing that your feedback on the progress is critical. We are committed to and focused on ensuring Battlefield 2042 lives up to our ambitions and your expectations. It's a task we're dedicated to accomplishing." So, that's a statement. There's a lot of things that you could break apart about this. For example, the final statement here, "We are committed to and focused on ensuring Battlefield lives up to our ambitions and your expectations." That right there's a slap in the face to the community. If that's what they truly believed, then this game wouldn't have even released in this state to begin with. The fact that we're not getting any content until the summer, I thought based off of the leaks we were going to get it in March, and that was going to be a bit of a stretch because the player base is already spread as thin as it can get. Once all the players that are sticking around find out about this news, how many of the remaining player base do you think is going to stick around until the summer without any new content? This is a live service game. Live service. This game came out back in November. It didn't have a story mode. It had multiple studios working on it. How many live service first-person shooters that are backed by big AAA companies don't have any DLC for their live service until like a good 6 months after the fact? Like, we're not getting any DLC till probably June. So the game came out in November. We're not going to get any DLC until June at the earliest. That's absolutely ridiculous. And for some reason, there's still people defending this. Like, I've been reading the comments on Twitter, and there are actually people that are defending DICE and EA here. I don't understand why there are still people that are defending this. Like, this game didn't get a story mode so that they could focus on multiplayer, but the multiplayer was so broken and unfinished that we're not getting any DLC updates until a half of a year later. Those of you out there that are defending Battlefield 2042, you honestly deserve the state that it's in right now. If you are defending 2042, you 100% deserve the 6-month wait for DLC that you're going to get. I'm beyond the point of dealing with people that are trying to defend this garbage. But let's go into a little bit more of the breakdown that they gave us on their website. They said upcoming updates. Here's a snapshot of the features we are bringing into the game as soon as possible. A scoreboard. In our next update, we'll be adding a refreshed in-round scoreboard alongside further changes we've worked on since the holidays. This will be an ongoing evolution from what we have known in the work in progress we shared recently. We have heard your feedback around including 2 tables and separating your own team versus the enemy, and we are working on incorporating that for the release. KD scoring and the end of round reporting will also be coming in a future update. So in regards to the scoreboard, this is good news. they finally, after all the feedback and all the people telling them, hey, that's not a scoreboard, this is what a scoreboard is, and people sending tons and tons of screenshots of previous Battlefield scoreboards, they finally got it through their head that we want a kill-death ratio and we want to see 2 opposing teams on a scoreboard. So based off of this, they finally seem to know what a scoreboard is. So come March when this comes out, if anyone is still playing this game, you will probably get a actual real scoreboard, which I can't believe that we're to the point where like a scoreboard is something that we can look forward to for this game. But anyway, let's move on. So the next thing they're adding is all platform voice communications. The arrival of voice communication is just the start of improvements we're bringing to enhance team play and communications. Player profile, giving you a better overview of your career on the battlefield and how far you have to go for your next unlock. So they're finally going to add in-game voice chat, which is another feature that was just mind-blowing that it didn't make it into the final product. A game where you have to rely on your squad mates and play in squads and use teamwork, and they had Hazard Zone, which is 100% based on team feedback and working together as a squad and not having voice chat. Ridiculous. But then a player profile, this could be a good change depending on just how in-depth it is. A lot of people want to be able to check their stats, and it's been in previous Battlefield games. I used to check my stats all the time with Battlefield 4. It gave me a reason to try to improve on myself. With this player profile, if they track things like your KD and your objective score and your team play and your vehicle stats, and if it's got a big stat breakdown on everything, and instead of just showing you your progress towards like weekly objectives or ribbon progress, the player profile could be a good change. So that's at least nice to see. And then they said for team play, you can expect us to incorporate a clearer, tighter squad loop and refined ping system, and an improved reward loop for when you and your squad play the objective. Gunplay will continue to receive feedback based on improvements too. Portal remains an integral part of the game, and we will continue to expand its tools, modes, and tweak players' experience gains. Finally, we have a team analyzing specialists and working on them. We're not quite ready to talk about the actions we'll be taking, but as soon as we are, you will hear from us. So they are analyzing the specialists and they are working on them. So this could mean who knows what. Hopefully they're putting them into a class system like people have recommended. You can have all the medics in one category, you can have the support specialists in a category, and you can have assault and engineers. McKay would probably be like an assault, and Sundance would be in an assault, and Boris would probably be like in a support. Hopefully that's something that they do. They're at least aware that the majority of the player base does not like the specialists, so they're looking into doing something to change the specialists. And then we have this content that they're giving to the people that bought the season pass. We get this really cool skin for McKay. I mean, this is actually something that needs to be in line with Battlefield 2042. When I heard about this game, I expected this type of skin, like a futuristic military-looking skin. That is a great example of a skin that we need for this Battlefield game. That's good. But then we have these ugly weapon skins. We have like 2 camouflaged, just really lazy skins that, let's be honest, no one's really going to use. Those are pretty hideous and they're nothing special. And then we have like the 50th Bolt skin called Iron Chariot. So this one just makes it look iron. They have some that are iron, they have some that are black, they have some that are dark blue. All the Bolt skins look exactly the same to me. I don't know why they keep picking Bolt skins. They've not given us any like tank skins or jet skins or helicopter skins. They have all these other vehicles in the game, but for some reason, anytime they give out a vehicle skin, it's for this damn Bolt, and it's just ridiculous. They need to give us other vehicle skins. Then we have a melee weapon, which is useless, let's be honest, because the melee system in this game's broken, and I don't even know where you go to change your melee weapon. I think it's somewhere lost in the collections menu, but I think I've maybe snuck up and actually melee killed someone maybe 3 times total in the whole game's lifespan, because anytime you try to get a takedown it glitches, so why even try? So then we have a player card and a player icon. So this is their thank you for sticking with us to the people that spent $100. The McKay skin looks cool, I guess, but honestly I'd rather just get my money back. I would much rather have my money back than getting exclusive skins and where half of them are ugly and look lazily done. At least that's just my opinion though. But overall, some of the things they pointed out, they do look to be like good changes. All these things should have been at launch. I find it weird how this game released and then we don't get these basic features and we don't get any DLC updates till a half of a year later. That really goes to show you just how unfinished this game was when they sold it to us. I guess these are going to be good changes. They're just going to come too late because the player base has already dwindled so much. I can't find matches with crossplay turned on. Crossplay turned off, it's literally impossible to find matches. Portal is pretty much dead because of the experience limitations. Battlefield 5 and Battlefield 1 have both passed up 2042 on Steam. Battlefield 4 is pretty close behind, so Battlefield 4 will probably pass up 2042 on Steam as well. I don't see this game lasting until the summer. I mean, they're going to have this update for the scoreboard, but honestly, who's going to come back just to play with a new scoreboard that should have been in the game at launch? I don't see the player base coming back, if ever. It won't be until that first DLC update, and if the DLC update flops, I mean, people are going to never come back. This upcoming DLC better have so much content. It better be like a whole new second game release. It's got to have tons of weapons, new maps, new redesigns of old maps, a redefined specialist system, better weapon balancing. It's got to have better destruction. It has to blow players away if it's going to release 6 to 7 months after the game. Between now, which is the beginning of February, clear till June, that's a pretty big time to go. So if you guys are still playing 2042 at this point, I would say probably take a break, go play something else. Dying Light 2's coming out, Elden Ring's coming out, Lego Star Wars is coming out. There's a bunch of stuff that you can play until the summer. So that's all I got for you guys today. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section down below, and I will talk to you all in the next video.